must tell you straight away that I was very impressed with it. It has the most magnificent look I've seen in a film in a long time. Of course, we remember most recently The Never-Ending Story and Das Boot, for which you received an Oscar nomination. I wonder, was this film any more difficult to make than Das Boot?
In a way, yes. In a way, not. I must tell you, I was after with the experience of Das Boot and Never-Ending Story, I was not too much scared, let's say, about special effects, about matte paintings, about blue screen. I know now that business. It doesn't frighten me anymore, so I can deal with that. So in that respect, it was not so hard to do. And I have the ILM people in San Francisco. I have, really the best people to work with. But on the other hand, it was much more difficult because here we had one big problem to solve, and hopefully I think we have done it. That was Lou Gossett's character, the drag. I think it's the first time on the screen that you have to present as such a complex character like the drag here, not just a creature like that what we had in past, but really a complex character with all the abilities to show emotions and everything, and that with a lizard-like look and with these yellow eyes and all that strange language. I think to do that, to bring that on the screen, to make that a believable character, that was really difficult to do, and that was also, on the other hand, the fun part of it, because that was the exciting part of the movie.
To Neon Trash, all you cyberpunks and retro nerds. How you guys doing? I'm hanging out with Amber. Say hello to the audience, Amber.
Hello.
Tonight is your pick. What do you got in store for us tonight?
I picked Enemy Mine. For a dumb reason, probably. But
what was the reason?
So someone made a TikTok video where they're like, I think it would be cool to have this story, and someone in the comments was like, that's like this movie, Enemy Mine. And I was like, it sounds like interesting, so and then I looked up the movie because I was like, I want to see. And then it did sound interesting, so I was like, I want to see it.
It's an excellent movie. This is directed by Wolfgang Petersen. He's also done The Never-Ending Story. Great movie. You guys know this routine. Check out the trailer, peep that shit. We'll be right back, guys.
Marooned on a desolate planet, he is a soldier. Alone with his enemy.
Don't you understand English, toad face? I don't love you and you don't love me. We're stranded here, you understand?
His suspicion will change to tolerance.
You saved my life. Why? I need to look at another face, even as ugly as yours.
Tolerance will lead to friendship.
We should open up a little place here. I could ruin the food. You could scare away the customers.
And with that friendship will come an overwhelming responsibility.
You must be a parent. Don't kid around, Jerry. You must take my place.
Protecting a life he values more than his own. Dennis Quaid, Louis Gossett Jr., Wolfgang Petersen's Enemy Mine.
Okay, guys, we just got done watching the movie Enemy Mine, and revisiting it after all these years was kind of a treat for me because I am a huge fan of Wolfgang Petersen's films. I love The Never-Ending Story. I think that's an excellent movie. But I am really curious about how Amber feels about this film because she's never seen it before. And seeing it for the first time with all the retro special effects and Dennis Quaid being so young in the movie. I want to know how you feel about it.
I really liked the story, like the whole story. I think it was really good. There were some pretty freaking funny parts where it was just like, huh? Where it's just like...
The dialogue?
Yeah, just the bantering. Dennis Quaid, like partway through I was like, Dennis Quaid makes me think of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he's
in this
definitely
movie.
like a Harrison Ford type, especially during the 1980s. Harrison Ford was immensely popular, what with him being Han Solo in the Star Wars films, and so I feel like this is like movie producers trying to put Dennis Quaid into a film that's very similar to Star Wars. Enemy of Mine is cool because it goes into so many different themes. I mean, it starts off with like this conventional sci-fi adventure, there's this war between like two different species, but then it eventually kind of transgresses into this spiritual awakening for the main characters of the film, which I thought was very deep. The Neverending Story is kind of a fantasy movie, but this feels right in line with that. And visually speaking, I feel like the set pieces, looked like The Neverending Story. And it wouldn't surprise me to find out that the same special effects artist may have worked on this film. There's a lot of dummies, there's a lot of puppet work, there's a lot of...
The dummies had me cracking up.
Yeah.
They're just like winging around this fake kid Drax, like threatening his life, but you can tell it's fake.
Right.
And they're just like, I'm gonna throw him off the thing, and he's just so fake.
Yeah, it's blatantly a doll, but
I'm like,
it's like what's endearing about movies like this, though, is like they weren't concerned. I mean, growing up with films like this back in the day, like, I remember thinking to myself, like, it's not 100% real. Like, watching horror movies of the 80s, or sci-fi movies, or action movies, like, I never once as a child was like, I'm convinced this is real, because like that wasn't the thought process for the audience back in the day. It's strange. It's ever since the 90s came and then the early 2000s, there's been like this infatuation with, can we make something look 100% real, or are they using top of the line special effects to bring me back to the movie theater? Whereas back in the day, that wasn't really the draw. And so I always find it interesting that that's the angle a lot of people come from, is like, how do the special effects look? At the end of the day, the dialogue is the real winner here. And the relationship between, Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr. is top notch. I mean, these two actors carry the weight of the film. They are two actors for the majority of the movie.
Yeah, the whole first half is basically just them.
Just them. And it's that spiritual awakening that, the character that Dennis, Quaid has, and his, correlation with this alien creature that I find to be the most interesting. So this is a great movie, and if you've got kids that are watching Star Wars or Star Trek and they've never seen this movie before, well, I think this is a great film to show kids because it's got a good message. I mean, at its heart, it's about tolerance and understanding different cultures, and in this case, different species. No one really talks about Enemy Mine, and I would not want to see a remake. If they did a remake, it would probably fucking suck. So for me, I think this is a classic, and out of 10 stars, I could give it a solid 7.5, strong 8 out of 10. How about you, Amber?
Me? I don't know, because, like, I'm bad at star count. I liked it, but I don't know, I don't even know what I'd give, like, movies that I like.
Right.
Like, extra, like,
Go with the heart.
I don't know, you should let me go first, because I always kind of base mine off of yours.
Oh, really? Okay.
But because I don't know, I was kind of thinking before you said anything, I was like, 6?
No.
Before you said 7.5, I was like, maybe I'd give it a 6. But, like, dialogue, I'd give like an 8. Like, it was just really funny. But I mean, in terms of, the fact that it's just so dated, it, for me, brings it down, because, my mind is like in the newer... I'm a 90s baby. So, but no, I'd give it a 6.
Oh yeah, awesome. So I hope we've been informative, guys. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash. Bye.